I've been married for 6 months. I don't know about her. Pretty sure it's about the same.
I've been married for almost 6 months, so I don't know what's going on there.
Angel is truthful. She is loving. She's funny.
Aiden is loving. I know that sounds cheesy, but it really perfectly embodies him. He's very compassionate. Aiden's kind of weird sometimes, too.
I was born in Muskoka, Ontario, but I was raised all over the world, everywhere from the South Pacific to New Zealand and all the way back up here. I am half Mohawk, half Tuscarora on my mom's side of the family. Almost anywhere you go in the world, you'll find people that are Indigenous or native to the land. It's an open door to being able to preach the gospel. My faith has been real to me since I really accepted Jesus. That was when I was 5 years old. And I've had a relationship with him, but I wouldn't say it was really a strong relationship until I was 17 and I did my DTS, or discipleship training school in New Zealand. And during that time, I would say fell in love with the Lord. It was more of a relationship, and it was more than just my parents' faith. I was really taking it on for myself. I'd say one of my biggest inspirations is the Psalms. Just the way that they pour their heart out to God in just a really real way. I can really relate to that in wanting to be real with God and not have fluffy religion or fluffy words that express how you might want to feel, but being true. And God really loves truth. He loves us coming to him as we are.
So my mom got pregnant with me when she was 16, and my biological dad, he left. He's from Mexico. He left back to Mexico before I was born. So up until I was 5 years old, my mom was a single mom, and she had boyfriends here and there and whatnot. Then when I was 5, she met somebody, and I had asked him if I could call him Dad, and he said yes, and he was all I knew. He was very abusive to me and to my mother. Something snapped in my mom, and she was like, this isn't safe. It was like kind of the last straw for her, and packed what we could into a backpack, and we left. We spent some time kind of just couch surfing until we got into what's called a transition home. Within the first week of being there, something felt different, like that I'd never felt before, and I don't feel scared to get dressed. I remembered back to a memory of my stepdad. He started walking into my room whenever I would be changing. Like, since I was 5, I was being manipulated by him to act certain ways and do certain things sexual as a child to try and get his attention and to try and please him. That this guy that I had called Dad and trusted him like a dad never saw me as a daughter. That really hit me hard and caused me to just spiral. That's when I started smoking weed, because I just wanted something to distract myself. I was bringing alcohol to school and weed to school. It's also like me going through this stuff and my mom going through her stuff. It caused a lot of problems in our relationship as well. I got kicked out / I ran away. It was kind of a mixture of both. I got into the wrong crowd of people. I met this guy. We lived together, and I just felt so depressed and so anxious all the time and so terrible about myself that it felt like the only time that I could smile or even laugh is if I was baked out of my mind. He started physically abusing me. I also went through self-harm, really tempted to with suicide and whatnot, because my self-worth was just like nothing. I didn't know my value. And my mom and I hadn't been in contact very much. We were still fighting and whatnot, and she eventually reached out to me, asking me to go and do this what's called a discipleship training school. And my first reaction was like, no, that's stupid. I'm not going to some Christian camp for 5 months. I got my own life. I got my own stuff to do. I believed that there was a higher power, but I didn't believe in God. I didn't have a relationship with Him. I definitely didn't live that kind of lifestyle at all. And then she reached out again because she describes it as there was a feeling in her gut so strong and she knew that she could not stop until she got me to go. Packed my suitcase, got high, my mom picked me up, we went to the airport, and as the plane took off, I looked out the window and this sinking feeling hit me and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I need to get off this plane, what am I doing? My life was changed. I let the Lord in and He started to heal all these things that were broken in me, and the Lord encountered me and I remember crying, and the only thing I could say was, you love me, you love me, you love me. And that was the first time in my entire life that I knew what it was like to be loved by a father, to be really loved by a father.
To know that I am the son of the King of Kings, like that changes everything. That changes how I walk, how I stand, how I know who I am, who I talk to, how I talk to people. It changes every part of your life.
But when you finally experience that love that we're all longing for inside, you can't go back.
The God of the universe loves you and He wants to call you a son and daughter. And all we have to do is acknowledge that we've sinned and take that identity on as ourselves, and He accepts us for who we are.